Indeed, yes. Yeah, thanks very much, Andre. So, and thank you very much to Exati for giving me the opportunity to tell your customers and your contacts about Talk. So maybe best to go back 14 years from now, back to 2012, when the Olympics was happening in London, which is a city near where I live, and that's when Talk first started. So what happened was, at that point, certainly in Europe, a lot of cities were starting to invest in new LED technology, and that was a huge investment for them. And there was a nervousness around cities that they would be having to invest in a technology with a single company, having to basically buy soup to nuts, as the Americans say. So basically buy the communication system, the CMS, right the way through the communications down to the end devices. And what we found, that there were a lot of cities were reluctant to do that, and we found that the investment that we had anticipated that would be associated with the energy savings associated with energy lights weren't happening. And we spoke to customers and understood what their problem was. And the problem was lock-in to a single technology, as well as scalability as well. So what we did is we set up the Talk consortium then, and essentially introduced this concept of a Talk interface, which you can see in the diagram in the center there, which is a technical interface. It's an HTML interface, but it's really, to be quite honest, it's an artificial interface introduced in there to solve this business problem. So the idea is that now cities can go to the market and they can say, okay, we would like to have invest in this technology, but we don't want to necessarily buy from a single vendor. And so depending on how they set up their tender, they could buy the CMS north of the line from one organization, and then buy the rest of the infrastructure, the communications infrastructure, down to the lights from another company. So that means that they're not sold into a single organization. And the other benefit that you've got from that is, if you find sometime down the line, maybe 5 years later, you realize that maybe one of those components is not working for you, you are not locked into even that half of the solution, because you've got this standard interface that's in there. It means you can swap out either side. So that gives cities a lot more confidence that they can make this really quite significant investment into this sort of technology.